If you guys wait here, I'm gonna go inside.
That sounds risky.
So, welcome in our distillery. Here's where we produce all our drinks. First off, I'm going to tell you something about Cadushy Bonaire. It's the first one that we ever made, first one that you guys tried. For some of you, not the last that you tried, but that's our secret. And there's something about the rest of the island line. In the end, the spirit line, and then we're heading back to the bar for the rest of the tasting. Sounds like a plan, right? Mm-hmm. Did you get enough pictures of the birds?
Maybe.
Okay. So this is the type of cactus that we use. It's called Cadushy. It's one of the oldest on the island because it can be more than 100 years old, but also one of the highest can be more than 40 feet high. And perhaps you've seen one or two on the way here, because luckily for us there are enough of them. And when we go and harvest them, we break off young branches of an adult cactus and let them fall on the ground. And the tool that we're using is called Cadushy. Just 2 pieces of wood. Now, when we leave, we always leave some of the young branches on the ground behind because they grow up to be new cacti, so that's good for us, but definitely good for nature. At the side, we remove the spines. We do it bare-handed, but luckily with a knife. And what's left is a harder outer peel that we can't use, so we have to peel it again. Then the right peel we collect in a container, and what's left of the cactus we give to the wild bounties. So we're just using the second peel, nothing more, nothing less. Then the container with the right peel goes into a Bonairean dehydration room behind the windshield of a closed car. And on a day like this, put it in the morning. At the end of the day, it's already dry enough to use. And then you get the right cactus. Now, if you grind this one up to a powder, like in this jar, you can make a soup out of. And that's how it's originally being used here on the island, and still is used on the island. And nowadays, besides the soup, we also use it in tea, in most of our drinks, and of course the soup. Now, the next thing that we need to make is an alcohol, but the cactus itself doesn't contain enough sugar, so we're using a grain, it's called sorghum. It grows here on the island. It looks a little bit like baby corn, and that's why in Papiament it's called maíz chiquito, or little maize. And we let it ferment in bottles like down there, and in approximately 2 weeks time there's already 18% alcohol inside that bottle. Then the mixture goes into the big still for the first distillation, and in the small one for the second, and what's left is 80% alcohol, so 160 proof. Even gets better, because some of the 80 we put again through the small still, the 95% alcohol. Yes, this is good stuff. You guys were not alcoholic, huh? Not much. Well, we use the 95 mostly for us to extract everything nice of different produce. So for the Cactus Liqueur, of course cactus, but also the peel of a lime. And while the lime is done in a month, the cactus takes about half a year to fully extract. After those periods, we strain these fluids. They go into the mixing tank, with some secret of course. Or when it's completely approved, it goes through to the bottling machine. We put the bottles underneath it, and the party can really start. So basically it's real simple. But this is how we started in 2009 with the Cadushy Bonaire. After that period we looked at different traditions of the other Dutch Caribbean islands to base the liqueur on. So based on an Indian tradition I got the kukui, and that's for Aruba, and it's with chimaruku, that's a Caribbean cherry and roasted agave leaves. Then of course for Bonaire the cactus and lime. For Curaçao it's calabash and soursop. For Stasia it's guava and sorrel is a different name for dried hibiscus flower. For Seba it's different spices, it's cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, star anise and mace. And then the last one, we had to make one for Sint Maarten, but we couldn't find a tradition to use in a liqueur, so we made one for the Dutch Kingdom. The Dutch Kingdom is House of Orange, Queen Maxima is from Argentina, national drink over there is yerba mate, that's a tea, and we combined those two into the orange of orange. And some of you can tell you that they are really nice. I'm not pointing fingers. Then we also got a spirit line, and that's to capture the spirit of Bonaire in a bottle. And one of the biggest spirits here on the island was Captain Dunn. And when he was alive he always had a glass of whiskey in his hands. So of course our whiskey is named after Captain Dunn. And it's a mild whiskey because it's only approximately 3 years old, but it's a smoky one because we put human tobacco leaves inside the barrel. Then the first and only cactus vodka in the world. Mostly it's from a grain or a potato, but we make it from a cactus. And Kawamati. Kawamati is the gateway to the spirit world. And you don't have to ask why we named our tequila after that. Then Salud means your health, and it's the name of our gin, and it's a botanical gin with 13 different botanicals, including aloe. So it's good for your skin from the inside out, so it works fast. Then last but definitely not least, our rum rincon. It's a spice rum, and one of the spices is a wild basil. It's called yerba de ole. And also the rum we keep for more than 3 years in oak barrels. So this is a little bit what we do here. And the nicest thing starts now. The tasting.
Yay.
So follow me to the bar.
Place in order.